And I was always into nature. I'm always into like cool nature shows and documentaries. So I'm looking at this thing, thinking like, oh, we're just used to them being around. Like we shouldn't allow them to be around. We're just used to them being around. So we think it's cool that they're around. But they will fucking eat you. And they'll eat your dog.
Any chance they get.
So I started buying. I buy alligator. I always have alligator belts.
Alligator fanny pack?
All my belts are always alligator.
That's gangster.
Dude, I have alligator bags for my pool cues. I keep them in alligator.
You have alligator luggage?
I don't like alligators. I have an alligator wallet.
Fuck I don't like them. Dude.
I don't like them. I want to kill them.
Oh, wow.
I want to kill them. If alligators, if there was too many of them and they were near you, you'd want to kill them too. They're eating machines. They're heartless eating machines.
Dinosaurs, yeah.
They got a brain the size of a thumb.
Now let us continue with this crusade against these worthless mutants and their enabling owners. So those are the words of Joe Rogan. Everything he said about alligators in this video applies even more so to dogs. But that never crossed his mind. He points out that alligators will eat your dog, right? As if dogs are innocent, as kids. As if the dogs won't attack the alligators. Now most people believe Joe Rogan is a very bright man. I admit he is informed on a lot of things. And it's funny he's not informed on dogs that he loves so much. Dog attack statistics. Does he know? Is he aware? And simply ignoring them, which to me is criminal and immoral. He comes across as a person who takes pride in not being brainwashed or deceived by propaganda. He seems like the type to formulate, his own independent view of the world based on his own research. That's not the case. There's been around 400 people attacked by alligators since 1948. 400 attacks in 70 years. More people are attacked by dogs in a few hours. Yet he is so outraged by how dangerous alligators are that he openly supports the killing of alligators by purchasing alligator skin this and that. Now it's illegal to eat dog meat in several states in the United States. But if any celebrity or public figure admits that they not only hate dogs, but also eat dog meat to support the killing of dogs, they would be crucified by the public. That would severely hurt their career. He said the gators will eat your dog, as if the dog would not eat the gator if it could. Some dogs have and will attack alligators. They're that stupid. And they've been killed by those alligators that they've attacked. In fact, that's probably the number one reason alligators eat dogs. Only after these mutts attacked. Never crossed his mind. These dog nests kill me. They act like it's as if they're not aware that dogs are violent. Like at certain moments, they have in their mind that dogs are completely 100% loving, harmless creatures who don't attack anybody or anything. Where's the outrage about how violent dogs are? Joe Rogan has owned a pit bull, according to his own admission, mastiff, dangerous dogs. He's even cried on camera talking about his dog, a true dog lover. This video is not an attack or a challenge to Joe Rogan. I point him out because many people view him as an independent thinker, a man whose views are shaped by the evidence, right? He's well spoken, but he has been sucked into this dog nut propaganda just like all the other dog lovers. Full-fledged. When you start breaking down and crying on camera, talking about a dog, you are head over heels engulfed in this dog nut propaganda. Many people listen to him and they say, This is a bright person. If there is anybody who would not be bamboozled, it is a person like this. That is not the case. But he seems like the person who would tell you, no, dogs can't love. Why hasn't he researched this oxytocin lie? He seems like the type who would tell you, no, dogs are dangerous. No, he totally ignores it. He probably, in a conversation, a one-on-one, in defense of dogs, would cite some article on oxytocin to try to argue that they can love. As bright as he may seem, he is just as bamboozled as any other dog lover. Right? He has a platform and a voice, much more influence on the masses than you or me. Although it is not as important to call people like Joe Rogan out as it is to call out dog behaviorists and veterinarians on most levels. In some levels, it's more important because he is more well known than some random veterinarian or dog behaviorist that write these stupid articles. Right? You got a popular show, loves to talk about a wide variety of topics, but he would not debate this. You should only be allowed to endanger yourself. He would not debate the justification. He would not refute my argument that dogs should be illegal. If you are granted the right to endanger yourself, you should be able to do so only on an island to yourself. You should not be able to endanger others. And that is what dog ownership is all about. Endangering people other than yourself. Whether it be your kids, family members, or other people in society. Most victims are children. Bitten by the family dog. People overlook how serious that is. In this dog nut culture, the most dangerous place for kids is inside of their own homes. How much more obvious could endangerment be with a scenario like that? We're talking millions of victims when other things have been made illegal only after a few hundred minor injuries. Nothing remotely close to having your flesh torn off your bone, having your body, inflicted with deep puncture wounds over and over. Dogs like to attack the face of kids, so it's usually their faces that is getting torn apart. How many of you would rather take a bloody nose from a basketball? Yeah, it hurts. But as soon as it happens, it's over. Dogs kill by torture. Yet we demand, or they demand, these dog nuts demand that dogs die a painless death when it's put to sleep for torturing our youth. I've said it before. They should get the same treatment they dish out. They say it's not humane. Well, it's not a human. And they should be punished in front of other dogs. Have the whole community bring their dogs out to witness this dog being punished, because dogs have to be taught like that. They are not like humans. This culture of euthanizing dogs does nothing to reduce dog attacks, because it doesn't teach dogs a lesson the way prison does for humans, the way prisons and capital punishment discourages criminals from committing crimes or people from becoming criminals. But I digress. It is acceptable for people like Joe Rogan to admit that he purchases alligator skin to support the killing of alligators. But if you support dog slaughterhouses, your career is over. Had Joe Rogan said that he hates dogs and that because he hates dogs, he eats a lot of dog meat, financially supports dog slaughterhouses in Asia, right? He does not simply hate alligators. He literally supports the slaughtering of alligators and is not afraid of any backlash at all. Anybody against dogs like that, their career is done. So I just wanted to point this out. I'll leave a link in the description box. You can tell Joe Rogan's dislike for alligators is genuine. He seems to me like the type who associates dog ownership with masculinity. Right? Owning dogs is a manly thing to do in the eyes of many males, right? Man's best friend. There are very few greater examples of manhood than the decision to create the safest environment possible. That is manly. To eliminate threats to your family is manly. Right? To get rid of dogs is manly. Teach your kids not to play with them, not to look at dogs, to stay away from dogs. That's manly. That's fatherly. That's macho. Teaching your kids to love dogs or interact with them in any way, only for your child to end up getting mauled, is not manly. That is not masculine. That is not macho. That is sick. That is insanity.